Welcome to Alpine Garage Sports, folks. I am Chris. We are in the garage today. Holy crap, we are only 2 days away from the opener at Folsom Field for the Colorado Buffaloes this year, taking on the Nebraska Cornhuskers. My email, like everybody that subscribes to the Colorado Buffaloes website gets, that will tell you exactly what's going to be happening on Saturday, because there is a lot going on, way more than we normally have for a home game. So I'm going to go through that. I'm going to go through where all the tailgates are. We're going to have big noon kickoff there. What does that look like? Where is it going to be at? When does it start? Those kinds of things. Plus, we're going to go through a few policies for the stadium that you need to know before you come to the stadium. Where to park. Whoo, holy mackerel, there is so much to know. I'm sure a lot of you have done some preview of this, but if you have any questions about it, just hit me up in the comments and I will try to get to everybody's comment before the game. So, that said, kickoff is going to be at 10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. We only talk about Mountain Standard Time when we're in Colorado. We don't care about Eastern or anything else. Right at 10 o'clock, the gates are going to open to Folsom Field at 8 o'clock so that you have 2 hours to get in, find your seats, those kinds of things. But remember that at whatever time you decide to go into the stadium, you cannot leave the stadium and re-enter. So make sure that you give yourself plenty of time for tailgating and walking around the campus and checking out the big noon kickoff before you head into the stadium, but also give yourself enough time, because with the amount of people that are going to be going into the stadium for this game, it's going to take a little longer to get in, and you don't want to miss Ralphie's run or the beginning of the game. So make sure you get there by, 9:15, 9 o'clock, 9:15 to find your seats. The big noon kickoff, that is the next biggest headline that's going on here. So we have national exposure on this game, and it's going to be set over on Farron Field, which is directly south of the stadium. Okay, now I'm going to go to the map here. I'm going to put this map down in the description, so it's an interactive map and it'll tell you where everything is at CU. But as you can see up here in the top, this is Folsom Field right here, okay? Then let me zoom out just a little bit. And this is Franklin Field right here. This is where the tailgates are and where the buff walk's going to be, and I'll talk to you about that in a second. Then you come over here, and this is Duane Field. Duane Field is where the official tailgate of the University of Colorado Athletics is going to be, right here. And then this is Farron Field. Farron Field is where the big noon kickoff is going to happen, starting at 7 o'clock as pregame. And then at 8 o'clock, they're actually going to start their live show at 8 o'clock there in Farron Field. Now, if you are at Folsom Field, this is the entrance right here to Folsom Field on the south side. If you walk directly down this walkway right here, you're going to go right by a tailgate here. And then if you keep going, you're going to run right into Farron Field here. So everything is right in this space right here. Plus, you've got Franklin Field right here. There's going to be tailgates going on right there as well. So this is the center of the universe. Now, there will also be small tailgates going on throughout the campus and even a little bit off campus. DNVR's is going to be up here off campus a little ways. Go to thednvr.com. And they have their tailgate information there. You can pay to get into their tailgate as well. Now, the next thing we want to talk about is the buff walk. So what's going to happen is the players are going to come out, and they're going to go to the stadium, and they're going to go through the fans. And that's going to happen on Franklin Field right here at 7:25. So it's going to be on that field. Don't miss it. 7:25, be there. And really just root and pump up our players on their way into the stadium. And that really sets it off right there. And then you could, if you wanted to, go straight over to the big noon kickoff if you wanted to on Farron, or you could go tailgate for a while or whatever. But that's where the center of the universe is right there. The kids club area, if you're bringing kids, that's going to be on Duane Field as well, so directly south of the entrance of Folsom Field. And that's also where one of the tailgates is going to be, and also on the way to the big noon kickoff. So everything's really convenient this year. It's going to make for a really awesome game. Now, some semantics of the game. So parking. So parking is going to be limited on campus. If you don't already have a parking pass, it's first come, first served in some specifically designated parking spaces. So I will show you on here. It's basically anything that's in gold on this map is going to be pay to park. So you drive up, you enter into the parking, and then you pay by mobile app or at one of the parking pay stations there, and it's going to be $30. First come, first served. Everything else is going to be by parking pass only. And then there's also the second campus, which is the East Campus. Now, the East Campus is directly east of Folsom Field. It's about a 15-minute walk if you're going to walk it, but you can also take the Buff Bus, and the Buff buses will pick you up directly on the East Campus, and they'll take you directly to Folsom Field and then back again. I believe it starts running a few hours before and 1 hour after the game. So you have to understand when the buses run, and if you want to hang out on Folsom Field and do some activities there, maybe even walk over to Pearl Street before you leave, you're just going to have to walk back to your car on the East Campus. But it's not that far, and it's going to be a beautiful day. Everything is mobile ticketing, so make sure you have that on your phone. And then also keep in mind that you're not going to be able to bring certain things in. So make sure you go to the policy, and you're not going to be able to bring in knives or weapons or anything like that. You can't bring in professional photography equipment. So basically a phone is what you're able to bring in. And everything that you bring in a bag is going to have to be in a clear bag. So you have to be able to see into the bag. So don't make the mistake of showing up and walking all that way or taking transportation to Folsom Field and not know that. Look at the policies there, please. And also, Colorado has a fan code of conduct, which is really important to read that, because we pride ourselves in being a very distinct fan base. And although we like to get rowdy and loud, it's very important that, especially at this weekend, that we keep our wits about us and that we're pleasant to our folks that are coming from Nebraska and everywhere around the world, and give them a really good taste of Boulder, Colorado, and a really good taste of the CU campus. If you see me out there, I want you to say hi, and just know that I'm going to give you the utmost respect, whether or not you're a Nebraska fan or you're an LSU fan, you came out to see Coach Prime, or whether you're an old school Colorado Buff fan. I want you to say hi. Let's talk about the culture of CU's campus, dining, entertainment, things like that. So really everything kicks off on Friday. On Friday night at 7 o'clock on Pearl Street. Now, Pearl Street is directly north of the stadium. It's about a 20-minute walk if you want to walk it. Again, it's going to be beautiful, so it's not that big a deal. Or you can drive over and you can park. There's lots of parking garages and open parking on Pearl Street. And basically that's our kind of dining and entertainment district for Boulder right there. And you jump out of your car and you can walk up and down, all the way up and down Pearl Street. There's tons of restaurants. There's open air restaurants, which is really what you want to do because the weather is going to be beautiful. There's sushi, there's steakhouses. One of my favorite restaurants and one of the favorite restaurants of Boulder is Pasta J's, and that's where the football team a lot of times goes. I've run into coaches and players there all the time. It's some of the best Italian food that you're going to find in Colorado, so make sure you stop by there. There's awesome sushi restaurants. There's 4 or 5 good street taco restaurants that are out there that are just unbelievable. So hang out on Pearl Street on Friday night, and then at 7 o'clock, the band, the CU Marching Band, will start across from the courthouse on the east side of Pearl Street. They're going to start and they march all the way up Pearl Street, and they stop at every cross street and they play. So follow them up there. There's going to be players and coaches out there likely as well. So have a good time out there. Make sure you take lots of pictures and videos and send those to me. I don't know if I'm going to be out there for this one, guys. I have a high school football game that is really important to my baby girl, and so I think I might be taking her to that. But I will be out there for the CSU one and every single one after that, if I don't make it out to this one. But just have some fun there and enjoy Pearl Street. And then after the game, same thing. Game's going to end about 1 o'clock. That gives you time to go and eat lunch on Pearl Street, hang out for the evening there, maybe drive around Boulder, go into the mountains a little bit, go to Nederland maybe and have dinner up in Nederland. Enjoy Colorado while you're here. Now let's talk about what to wear. CU specifically designated this game as wear your favorite Buffs clothing. I have seen a lot of prominent Buffs stating that this is a black shirt or a black game. We're going to be wearing black for this game. So I don't know personally. I'm going to be wearing black. In fact, I'll probably be wearing this or my vintage Buffalo jersey because I love it so much out there for this particular game, because our boys are going to be wearing black as well. So it's a lot of times it's really good to match the guys. But then specifically, if you're coming for the CSU game, it's an all-black game. On September 30th, it's an all-white game. And then October 13th, it's an all-gold game. So they're going to call it the Gold Rush at that point too. So there is specific semantics there that the University of Colorado likes to get out to us as a fan base. And this particular game, they're saying, wear your favorite Buffs clothes, even though I'll be wearing black. And then the last thing I want to say is, guys, there's still tickets. So if you have this whim to want to come to the game, I did a video a couple of days back looking at the ticket prices. And right now, there are some people dumping tickets for about $300. And it may be $300 to $400, which is actually cheaper than most of them went for from the gate. So it's not a bad ticket price to see a once-in-a-lifetime first game for Coach Prime against our nemesis, the Nebraska Cornhuskers. You can't put a price on that ticket. I'm telling you right now, once in a lifetime, if you were a football fan, go and get this ticket. Come to the game, enjoy Boulder. You can DM me on Twitter is probably the best way to get a hold of me. And I'll be checking those all day to try to communicate with people. I haven't done that before, but I'm going to try it and see how that works. A lot of our viewers who are Buff fans are going to be at specific tailgates. I'm going to try to make it around to everybody's tailgate, meet you, get some video. I want to get videos of all the tailgates. And then obviously I'm going to get big Noon Kickoff, and I'm going to be running like crazy. I'm going to get the Buff Walk, do everything that I can within my purview to get you as much content as possible, but still enjoy myself, because at the end of the day, guys, I am a Colorado Buffalo. Have been since 1979, since I was 8 years old. And my first practice jersey was actually a CU baseball jersey from the late 70s. And I still have it in my closet. It's got the wear holes for the pads and everything in it. I mean, guys, this game means more to me than most of the games I've been to in my life. I'm proud to represent Alpine Garage Sports, myself, and University of Colorado out there. I'll do my best to bring you good, honest footage. That is a wrap from Alpine Garage Sports. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do. Like this video if it helped you out in any way. And we will see you on Saturday for the game. And if you haven't already heard, we here.